Who said golfers can't jump? Not me. If you want to be more explosive off the tee, incorporating plyometric exercises into your routine is going to be one of the best ways to do that. In this video, I'm going to go over 5 of my favorite lower body plyometric exercises that you can do at home with absolutely no equipment. One quick major safety key when you're performing any kind of jumping drill is that when you're landing, you want to make sure that you're landing as softly as possible. The first drill that we're going to do is one of the most basic plyometric drills that you can do, and all we're going to be doing is a vertical jump, jumping straight up into the air as high as we possibly can. To do this, you want to start with your feet about hip to shoulder width apart. From here, you're going to go down into a little bit of a quarter squat position, hands are back behind you, and then you're going to launch yourself up straight into the air, use those arms for momentum, and then land softly. One of the major keys when you're performing the vertical jump is that when you go into that quarter squat position, you want to make sure that you don't stay in the bottom for very long. That is just going to take away a big part of that elasticity of our muscles and our tendons, and you're not going to be able to get as much power and force out of a jump if you sit down in the bottom for too long. We just got done working on some vertical force, so now we're going to work on that side-to-side force. We're going to be doing a lateral bound. A bound is just when you're jumping from one leg to another. We're just going to be going in a sideways direction. You're going to want to get into a little bit of a quarter squat position on that one leg, so get your balance almost like you're reaching across with the arm, and then you're going to go ahead and jump as far as you can to the side, landing on the opposite foot. Some major keys for the lateral bound. You want to make sure that you get into that quarter squat position quickly. Don't spend too much time down in that bottom, so load that knee and that hip, and then explode laterally. The next drill that we're going to go over is a broad jump. A broad jump is basically where you're going to be starting from a dead start position, going down into that quarter squat, and then launching yourself forward in a horizontal fashion as far as you possibly can. You're going to start with your feet about hip to shoulder width apart. You're going to come down quickly into that quarter squat position. Again, load those knees and that backside, and then use those hands back behind you, and then launch yourself forward and outward as far as you possibly can. Some major keys when you're performing the broad jump is that you want to use your hands in that jump as you're going down and throw them upwards with you as you're jumping out to help get some more momentum. The next big key when it comes to a broad jump, when you're here, you don't want to spend too much time down in this bottom position. Go ahead, do that quarter squat quickly, and then explode out as fast as you possibly can. At this point, we've gone over a few different drills that create a vertical and a side-to-side force, but if you're a golfer, you know we're missing one thing, and that's rotation. So now we're going to go over a couple of rotational plyometric drills. And if you're finding value in this video, please hit that like button down below. And if you want more videos just like this to improve your golf game, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button below. Either of those actions really help me and the channel out, and I truly appreciate it. Keeping in the vein of the broad jump that we just did before, we are now going to do a rotational broad jump. A very similar setup to the broad jump. Feet are about hip width apart. Now, if we're going to be landing this way, we're going to be facing perpendicular to that. Now, instead of just loading down directly straight like we were in all the other jumps, now we're going to load somewhat in a rotational fashion, just like you would in the golf swing. Load that one side, and then we're going to explode, and we're going to turn 90 degrees so that we end up facing the way that we want to end. Some major keys to think about when performing this 90-degree rotational broad jump. Don't forget to load that trail side. Don't just turn your arms down. We want to really put a lot of weight into this trail leg as you're loading, just like you would the golf swing, and then explode up and outward. Now we're going to be combining a rotational force with a vertical force. We're going to be doing a 180-degree rotational jump. So when you're done jumping, you're going to be ending up facing the other side. The setup is the same as the rotational broad jump. Feet are about hip width apart. Again, we're going to load down into one side here, and then we're going to launch ourselves upwards while turning 180 degrees. So if you want another way to get more explosive off the tee, I highly recommend you check this video out right here.